Hi everyone, welcome to this series of FL Studio Tech Tips. In this first video I want to look at using SliceX to perform some creative slicing. Before we begin, I'm going to play you the demo that I've came up with and then just talk you through the process. So for this project, I've specifically used pretty much all free tools. The only thing I think you'd have to pay for is Anna 2, although it may be included with your Sonic Academy account already, if you're watching this. But so in terms of effects, I've used things like Valhalla Supermassive, which is available for free on the website, and the piano is the Spitfire Audio soft piano from the free Labs range. So no doubt you have countless loops within your sample library. And if you're getting tired of using them straight out of the box, then creative slicing can be a way of breathing new life into your samples. We're going to be using SliceX to take a loop I made and make use of the automatic slicing algorithm within SliceX to break the loop up into different segments. So we can then map these segments onto your MIDI controller or the piano roll and play them back in countless different pitch and timing combinations. And this is a topic where experimentation is certainly encouraged. So let's take a look at the technique and feel free to extrapolate it in any way that you see fit. So first of all, let's go ahead and play the original loop here. This is what we're working with. And now let's go ahead and load up SliceX and drag this loop in. So as you can see here, there are a lot of different slices which have automatically been triggered, and we'll be wanting less segments to work with. So to remedy this, let's go to the Regions tab and change the Auto Slice Detection to Medium Grid Slicing. So as you can see here, it has been sort of automatically transported into the piano roll. And it does sound a little rough right now, but we're going to begin smoothing that out. So first of all, let's change things up by going into the Tools section and selecting the Time Stretcher and Pitch. We're going to pitch it up 3 semitones and add some initial character to the loop by using this transpose function. So we'll just go into Tools and Time Stretch Pitch Shift here. And you can change the coarse pitch right here. So it's already, I think, selected to 3. So we'll just accept that and we'll play it back and that'll be up 3 semitones. So it's still sounding a little choppy. Next we're going to reverse it to take things another step further. So again, back into Tools, we have Reverse just above Time Stretch. So now let's go into piano roll and start creating a pattern based around this new version of the original loop. We're going to take these broken up segments and change the order and pitch in which they play. So I'll run through the process and you can follow along. Just a reminder that you can extrapolate any of these techniques into other loops and patterns. So let's get started. I'll just delete what we have here. And if we double click a note, we have a pitch function come up here. I'm just going to turn this one up an octave so that we can play about with different octaves towards the end of the loop here. So we'll extend this first note out a bit. It might still sound a little choppy until I finish this and add the sidechain, which kind of smooths it out completely. Let's go back and quickly see what the sort of original pattern was. So it was a bit snappier. Yeah, so it sounded more like that. You could do it half time, sort of the other way, where you basically stretch or multiply the timing of it by 2. So instead of taking 1 beat up here, you would be taking 2 beats. So that's basically the foundation of it. We have some little embellishments here towards the end to sort of just vary things up. And this is where we'll be making use of the octaves. So again, just to do that, you double click and just use the pitch function here to turn it up 1200 cents, which is an octave, and we'll just accept that. So that sounds pretty good. Depending on the loop, you can maybe just move this up and down to find a sort of different way of playing it that might sound good. You can kind of just experiment here, and like I say, just transpose by selecting every single note all at once here and just moving it up and down the piano roll to find the sort of sweet spot. And depending on the loop, this technique can sometimes bring a whole new character to the original loop. So now that we've basically looked over this creative slicing, I'm just going to quickly run through the rest of the track for context, but not in very much detail as it's kind of besides the point. So if we just go back to the original file here, we have, of course, the slice. And if I go to the mixer here, you'll see that I have 3 effects on it. So basically we have this Valhalla Supermassive, which is available free on the Valhalla store. And this is just to add some atmosphere, kind of reverb to the sound. Underneath that, we have a parametric EQ, being just filtered up on an automation clip here. And finally, we have a limiter, which is really just there to serve as the sidechain function. And this sidechain really does sort of clicks out in the beginning of the sound when every note hits. So I'll let you hear what that sounds like. Then we have our kick drum. Then we have a bass part, just using one of the Anna stock presets. We also have this piano from the Spitfire Audio Lab range. Same sort of effects chain here as the loop 1 on the piano, so we just have some reverb and then a limiter underneath to sidechain it. Then just drum loop from one of my sample packs. On a reverb, send as well, just to give it a bit of space. So feel free to dive into this project and experiment and tweak things and see what you can come up with. But that will conclude this particular video, so I'll see you for the next tech tip in just a minute.
Thanks everyone for watching. We really appreciate all the support from you guys. If you love this video, then smash a like, and if you want to be notified about new videos, hit the subscribe and notification buttons. Peace!